On TV, celebrities appear charming, confident, and almost invincible. Yet beneath that dazzling veneer of glamour lies a deeper story, a tale of hidden vulnerability and emotional scars from old wounds. In this narrative, I invite you to explore how a seemingly narcissistic mask may instead be a shield protecting a tender heart. We often celebrate public figures for radiating perfection, yet rarely notice the quiet struggles hidden behind their crafted images. Our journey today traces the line between overt self-importance and the underlying pain of feeling unseen or unloved during childhood. The grand persona we admire might not reflect a true self, but rather a defensive creation against rejection and loneliness. As we delve into this analysis, consider that behind every confident smile may lie a personal narrative of struggle, a story both relatable and deeply human. Let us begin by unmasking the layers that shield a wounded spirit, inviting compassion and understanding. This exploration invites us to challenge our superficial judgments and embrace a compassionate view of hidden struggles. In understanding these layers, we connect with our own experiences. Let us appreciate them. Stepping into the dazzling world of celebrity, one quickly notices the magnetic pull of glamour and success. The images we see in magazines, on billboards, and across our screens exude an air of perfection that seems emotionally distant yet inspiring. Throughout the bright corridors of fame, expectations run high. Each star is expected to maintain a flawless persona that mirrors the glitz and pizzazz of their public lives. While many admire these radiant images, few realize that such polished appearances require an enormous effort behind the scenes. There is a hidden pressure to always perform, ensuring every smile and each appearance aligns with an idealized version of perfection. This constant performance pushes celebrities to adopt roles or masks, forcing them away from their authentic selves, in order to meet relentless expectations. By embracing a public identity filled with charm and confidence, they protect themselves from doubts and insecurities that might otherwise expose their inner struggles. The charming aura, carefully curated for public consumption, conceals the weight of living up to an image. In this narrative, we explore not only the glamorous shine of the celebrity lifestyle, but also the intricate web of responsibilities and desires that remains hidden behind the relentless spotlight. Delving deeper into the inner workings of a celebrity's personality, it becomes necessary to distinguish between traits that might initially appear narcissistic and those born of wounded pride. The first notion, narcissism, is widely recognized by its hallmarks: an outward show of grandiosity, a fixation on self, and a continual need for admiration. However, when observed closely, these traits might be a well-rehearsed performance rather than a true intrinsic flaw. At times, what some judge as excessive self-love is, in fact, a carefully constructed shield. Behind that self-centered facade, there is often a history marked by moments of neglect, when a child's need for parental warmth or a friend's understanding went unanswered. Wounded pride may stem from early experiences of emotional deprivation, where the lack of unconditional love compels one to overcompensate. This overcompensation manifests as a public display of confidence, an invitation for the world to challenge an immaculately guarded image. Over time, the gap between the projected persona and the authentic self may widen, leading to behaviors easily misinterpreted as arrogance. Yet, if we pause to consider, a more compassionate picture emerges. What appears to be vanity on the surface might, in reality, represent a desperate call for acknowledgement, a painful echo of long-ago hurts. In understanding this interplay, the narrative encourages us to look beyond labels and see these traits as multifaceted responses to deep-rooted insecurities. Turning back the clock to the early chapters of life, I invite you to consider how the wounds we carry often begin in our childhood. It is during these formative years that each one of us learns our value, often in subtle yet significant ways. For some celebrities, the experience of not feeling fully seen or understood at a tender age has left an indelible mark. In environments where love was conditional, and where the reward for achievement outweighed the warmth of a compassionate embrace, a child could easily learn that their worth was measured solely by performance or success. This formative lesson can lead a young individual to hide behind a mask of invincibility and grandiosity. The narrative of this inner struggle is both delicate and familiar. As the young soul grows, the relentless need for approval transforms into an enduring performance for the world. Such individuals often find themselves trapped in a cycle, gracefully capturing attention while covertly shielding their vulnerable inner selves. This hidden legacy is not unique to a single story. It resonates with many who stand in the unforgiving glare of public attention. Each unmet need or unhealed wound builds upon the last, forming a fortified barrier that both protects and isolates. It is crucial to recognize that while the outward success of these figures may invite admiration, the underlying pain is a profound reminder of the universal human need for unconditional love and connection. Through understanding these roots, we gain insight into why such stars continue to perform and protect themselves, seeking solace in carefully constructed facades. Fame magnifies every aspect of a celebrity's internal battles, turning personal struggles into public spectacle. The burden of maintaining a pristine image under constant scrutiny intensifies the gap between a star's public persona and their true emotional state. In this realm of bright lights and ever-watching eyes, the consequences of old wounds are dramatically amplified. The pressure is relentless. There exists an unspoken demand to be perfect in every moment, with every move dissected and critiqued by vigilant onlookers. Every smile and gesture becomes a performance, leaving little room for genuine vulnerability. Consequently, the delicate wounds of the past remain hidden and often intensify as the approval received is fleeting and superficial. Caught in a perpetual cycle of impressing the audience while simultaneously protecting their inner selves, celebrities find that each public appearance reinforces a protective barrier around their true identity. Despite external admiration, the underlying pain quietly grows with every new engagement. This tension between portrayal and authenticity creates a constant inner conflict, a balancing act between performing for the world and confronting one's painful insecurities. Moreover, this environment forces stars to confront the paradox of their existence, where public acceptance replaces genuine self-worth, and each moment under the spotlight deepens the internal struggle between a cultivated image and innate vulnerability. In this relentless cycle, the weight of external expectations often becomes unbearable, pushing these individuals to invest even more energy in preserving an image that ultimately masks the tender parts of their soul. At the heart of the public image lies the carefully constructed mask of narcissism, a facade that exudes control, arrogance, and invincibility. This mask is not worn out of vanity alone, but as a means to protect a delicate core burdened by old wounds. The narrative reveals a poignant irony. The very traits that appear boastful or domineering are actually defense mechanisms designed to keep painful vulnerability at bay. Every gesture of self-assurance serves as a reminder of past hurts that force the individual to build emotional walls. In this light, the mask becomes a second skin, meticulously maintained to prevent others from glimpsing the softer, more fragile self hidden beneath. The public sees only a forceful, ever-confident persona, unaware of the internal conflict churning beneath that surface. It is this fear of true exposure that fuels the constant need to demonstrate strength and superiority. Ultimately, the mask of narcissism stands as both a beacon of success and a silent testament to deep-seated insecurities that long to be understood. This portrayal, while seemingly self-assured, invites us to question the true cost of wearing such armor. Behind every confident stance lies a quiet plea for acceptance and understanding. Throughout history, the lives of iconic figures have often provided glimpses into the silent struggles behind their public triumphs. Observing real-life narratives, one is reminded that every celebrated persona carries hidden chapters of pain and resilience. These stories, intricately woven into the fabric of celebrity lives, reveal instances where vulnerability unexpectedly broke through a composed exterior. Consider the tale of a once-adored star who, under ceaseless media scrutiny, exhibited moments of melancholy and introspection that stood in stark contrast to their luminous public image. Such stories resonate on a deeply personal level, echoing the universal experience of grappling with inner wounds while striving to meet external expectations. These real-life case studies serve as windows into a hidden world of emotions, where ambition and insecurity coexist in complex harmony. In exploring these narratives, the journey becomes not only an examination of how fame intensifies personal battles, but also a celebration of the fact that vulnerability is a shared human trait. Every anecdote reaffirms that success and pain often travel hand in hand, offering a richer, more compassionate perspective on what it truly means to be human. These compelling narratives remind us that every individual, regardless of fame, faces the universal challenges of love, loss, and the search for inner peace. In closing, we have journeyed through the intricate interplay between a celebrity's confident facade and the deeply embedded wounds beneath. The exploration has revealed that beneath the glittering surfaces lie genuine stories of struggle, resilience, and the universal need for acceptance. By reflecting on these narratives, we are reminded that true beauty in the human spirit is found not merely in success, but in understanding and embracing every facet of our vulnerabilities. Let this narrative inspire a more compassionate view of fame and a recognition of the shared human experience that unites us all. May understanding always guide us.